Good day, my name is Jenga Koimburi, and I am a parent of 4, and only one of them, our 13-year-old Seanjeri, was here for this debating camp. So I've been here for pretty much throughout for all 4-5 days. It's been an absolute joy to see, I think, to witness the level of professionalism, the level of excellent debate teaching that has taken place. And how the team, so the debating team, has done such a good job of essentially of cultivating what is such a key life skill. So that has gone very well. The best test of it is they want to come every day. They are very happy to come, and because of that, I'm happy to drive them.
You're communicating with them too little. Thank you very much for listening to this speech, and we hope to have left you in no doubt that you should be very strong.
So the Leaders Academy is an opportunity for students to explore extracurricular skills. We decided to pilot this program with debate and public speaking, but it's supposed to expand into other creative areas such as media, tech, and sports. So the whole concept of the Leaders Academy is to give students an opportunity during the holiday to explore their extracurricular talents and skills, and to get an opportunity to be trained and to grow in those specific areas. That's why we call it Leaders Academy, because we believe that these extracurricular skills are not really, many schools don't focus on them, and students don't get an opportunity to have deep education or to get a deep understanding of how to perfect these skills. So the inspiration of the Leaders Academy was, how do we get students into the classroom to learn things that are beyond the classroom?
My point has 5 benefits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you're not engaging why those benefits are comparatively better than the other side's benefits. Because in a good debate, your opponent also has what? Benefits. You can't win by just proving my benefit is good.
I think the biggest goal and the biggest form of impact that this program can have on an individual student is teaching them that they have the ability to do whatever they want to do, right? And it sounds very basic, but in itself, I think a lot of young people grow up in Kenya, in Nairobi, being taught that your path is already predetermined and that you already have set career paths and you don't necessarily have a role to play in this. So you end up being a machine or a bot just within a system, and you don't necessarily have young people thinking about creating businesses, young people thinking about leadership roles and how they exist or how they're going to participate in society. So I think a young person owning their future and deciding what they're going to do with their future is the greatest form of impact that they can get from this program.
So hi, my name is Natalie Bertha. I'm here as an assistant trainer for the Africa Debate Academy. What makes it special, I think, is because they get to access some level of resources that most of us didn't have access to, like communication skills and like public speaking skills that I don't think is available to most, but like it's a skill that most of them would be able to use in like their future endeavors and stuff. So like it's pretty cool for them to be able to access this.
My name is Angelica Williams. I am a student, youth empowerment advocate, and for Life Leaders, the Associate Director of Youth Engagement. It's been such a fantastic time. I've been having a great time here in Kenya. I think it's really interesting because coming from Detroit in particular, I'm really used to being in predominantly Black spaces, but it's always interesting being able to be in a place of such cultural vibrancy and community. It's always really fun and interesting, and Kenya is a whole different world. We got to do the National Safari Park. We got to do the Elephant Conservancy today, which was super great. I love baby elephants, so I got to see some. We got to feed giraffes, but also just been able to kind of like walk around and experience what it's like to at least be here in the short term, even if we're not here as like locals. So it's been a really great time. So as an alumni of the Life Leaders Program, I've been having a fantastic time just being able to continue learning and growing both personally and professionally. I first joined the program back in 2020, so I've been here for 5 years now, and every day and every year continues to be an adventure. When I first joined, it was doing the same kind of things that we're doing here in Kenya, so learning about professional development, financial literacy, building a resume, and presenting yourself. And now, going on 5 years later, I've been able to actually become our predominant and lead production coordinator. So all of the events and activities that we do throughout the year are all coordinated by me. And it's just a really fantastic position, but also a really fantastic responsibility that I am grateful for every day. I get to continue exercising skills and learning new things. So it's fantastic.
I'm definitely like very charismatic, then you'd be like, I agree with this, because I feel like I show up very passionately in my life.
My name is Sandra Njoki. I have been one of the public speaking trainers for the ADA Academy, the first edition. And I've had a very interesting experience because interacting with some of these kids firsthand, because most of the time we see them during tournaments, there's a lot of pressure. Now when there's low pressure, it's just interaction and learning. It's been a very interesting experience seeing what they can do with no pressure, no systems, no tournaments and all of that. So it's been very, very refreshing to see what they can do.
What you need to master, because most of the times when you're doing public speaking, it's challenging in the sense that most of the speeches are impromptu. So you don't have a lot of time to prepare. So you need to understand that you need to be calm and composed. I talked about composure and calmness yesterday. That is what we are starting to practice now.
Hi, my name is Maria Franklin. I'm the Executive Director of Life Leaders. My experience in Kenya has been really wonderful. I love the people, really brilliant, beautiful culture. I really enjoyed it. It's my first time in Africa. And while I miss home a little bit, I feel like I can come back. And I want to continue to be in relationship and continue to work together to bridge our two worlds because we're not so different. And I can see that from just a little bit of time that I was able to spend here.